Who's up? What's going on? What's going on? Who's on there?
I'm on here.
Quiet. We got to wait for certain people to get off first. Scott, you're still here?
What?
You're still here?
Yes.
All right, Dane, what you got sitting on the delay back there?
What am I doing here? I
So,
forgot. What the
Gary,
hell? What's
Gary, I
going
got that info for. I didn't see your name on earlier. Otherwise, I would have hooked you up with the Roll Tide as well. So I got the link for my smock, or at least that's what my daughter told me. So
There's snap, smock.
Yeah.
Smock.
Hey, Dane, did you notice that Mark Slay's in the house tonight?
No, I didn't.
No,
Yeah, he's come and gone a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm here.
Mark, how you doing?
Nice to see you, Mark.
Well, I'm having some ups and downs, but I'm turning a little bit now, and
Oh, that's great.
great.
still have some shakes in the hand, but I haven't used my walker or my cane in 6 weeks now. I'm motorgating pretty much on my own,
Well, that's good to know.
That's good news.
but I'm hanging in there.
All right. Well, that's excellent.
Great to hear.
What are the doctors saying? Are they saying the worst is over, or
Well, yeah,
just playing it by ear?
what they do is they tell you that after the stroke, you've got 60 days. What you recover in 60 days from the stroke is pretty much what you live with for the rest of your life. But I'm way past 60 days, and I'm doing good. You
That's
know,
good
I
to know.
still can't. My right leg is the bugaboo. I can walk pretty good, but the right leg is weak. And when you stand up, after about 30 minutes, it wants to sort of wibble wobble and shake. But I've put a couple high stools in the shop in front of the lathe. And, but yeah, I'm doing good. People are helping me clear out my warehouses, selling a lot of wood. And I'm donating a lot of wood to charity projects, things like that. So,
Right. Are you still doing the Parfix stuff, Mark?
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm doing tons of that.
Okay. So that's not going away.
No, that's, I'll tell you what, there's more and more people catching on to that. And I shipped out three orders today. But yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, I showed off a piece tonight where I'd used Parfix on it to finish it. A little box. I love it.
There's another thing too. I need to just alert everybody that the Be All, the Be All company was sort of acquired by Klingspor, and they used to have the horsehair wheels, for the guys who do the bark inclusion stuff and all that.
Yeah.
And so now you have to order them from Landis, Landis. They're the people that make all the wheels for the shoe polishing, shoe repair shop, the big machines that have all those different wheels.
Okay. It's good to know.
Yeah, because they're excellent for buffing if you have like bark inclusions, because they'll polish beautifully, and the horse is protein, and so it stays intact. And the cotton wheels, the bark inclusions will leave all that fuzz in there and everything. And the only way to get those out is just to burn the fuzz out with a torch. But the horsehair wheels are great.
Yep, good to know. Thanks, Mark.
Okay. But other than that, I'm doing good, doing a lot of helping the people with the charity projects, donating a lot of stuff. And I'm very, very blessed.
Yes, we're blessed that you're still able to pop in and grace your appearance here, you know, the grumpy guy.
And
That's
Dane, you can, if you need some type of demo, I can't do quite as much as I used to, but I'll do you guys. I'm ready. I can do another
Okay.
demo sometime.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk on it then.
Yeah.
Figure something out.
Can't keep a good man down.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell
Especially
you,
that man.
if you don't try to do it, you'll never get it back.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, the only time you can keep him down is at nighttime on his recliner.
And you want to know what's crazy, Dane? A lot of times, you know, I'll eat dinner around 6 o'clock and I'll be laying here and I'll fall slam asleep,
Yeah.
you know, but so I missed some of the meetings, but I'm still around. And listen, if anybody needs questions answered, they can call me on FaceTime. And I just did a little demo to a fellow out in Fort Worth, Texas. Right. And it doesn't cost you anything I can put that iPhone up over my lathe and I can answer a lot of questions or show people some tricks and techniques.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, been watching some of your videos that you have out there, and they've helped me out considerably.
Well, good.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from Mark.
Yeah, and if anybody's coming through this area, I've got 3 warehouses full of wood that I'm getting rid of. And people are coming here all the time taking truckloads. So.
Wish I had a semi.
What?
I wish I had a semi.
Well, let me tell you what, there's stuff in my warehouses that people can't believe. I mean, I've been collecting it for 20 years. But so if anybody needs, tell them to call me with their request, and we can ship it out.
That's good to know.
All righty. Well, everybody looks pretty good. And I love some of those pieces that the guys showed tonight. They were
Yeah, it's a
beautiful.
pretty good gallery.
Yep. All right. Well, hang
All
in.
right, buddy.
But answer the question.
Okay.
I'll share everything.
It's good
Yeah,
to see you, Mark.
For sure. Scott, answer your phone.
Not me.
Nah, it's Hampton.
That's his dinner bell.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, he said something about staying on till dinner time.
That's not mine. That's not my phone. I don't know whose it is.
Bernie's.
Whose?
Not
Bernie's.
Bernie.
No, Bernie.
No,
Well, I
my
guess they hung up.
my phone has a Hawaii 50 ringtone, so you'll know it if you hear it.
Yeah.
Why doesn't
that
that
fits.
surprise
Hawaii
me, Scott?
50.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That totally fits.
Yeah. Tell your wife to stop ringing Bernie because he doesn't want his dinner.
No, he's just always there.
Right.
He follows me everywhere.
Like a pimple on prom night, just keeps popping up.
Yeah, I even went to that Kiss concert, and there he was on stage.
He's like a hemorrhoid.
All right, I'll try to come back on in a little bit. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, Scott.
Yeah, later, Scott.
Maybe I'll let you on.
Is that a promise or a threat?
I'm
It
not gonna
sounds more
si-
like a threat.
I'm not going to sign off. I'm just going to be off camera in the dining
okay.
room eating.
All
So,
right. All right. Promise us with a good time. We appreciate it.
well, Bernie will keep you entertained.
Oh, that's just swell. Why don't you put the Kiss concert on?
Okay.
I don't want to look at his ugly ass.
Why?
Scott's or Bernie's? Yep.
Probably both.
Bernie's.
Yeah.
Bernie's.
Yep.
Bernie's.
There you go.
So, hey, Kelly, I saw your post on your new endeavor. Congratulations, man.
Well, they've been at me to do that for 4 years. They, the director cornered me last year, and she was like, "No, no, 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 no! I'm not taking no for an answer. You're gonna do at least 2. You know, you're gonna do it next month, which was January. But I still haven't really gotten actually completely around to it. But I did clean it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that treadle lathe.
Well, if you remember, you might remember a couple years ago seeing a video I posted where Brooklyn's turning something on that treadle lathe. Nobody else even knew how to get in there. It was all covered up. It's back in the back of a horse stable, and the door was covered up by other doors, and then like a pile of wood and like a wagon, so that nobody really even knew exactly. It almost was forgotten. Like
Right. Wow.
completely.
Yeah,
forgotten.
I mean, what a treasure.
Yeah.
Even that old wagon. I love that wagon.
So
I've
I'll
worked
show you a
on
picture.
old wagons like that, back as a kid back home.
I'll show you a picture of the front of the building. I'll go back over there maybe tomorrow or something. And when you see the front of the building, you'll realize that's actually the set of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
They've got a fake facade. That's why I don't really ever take pictures of it, because it's not the actual building. They've got like a prop thing that covers the front of it.
Does that lathe work, Kelly?
Oh yeah, man! I've turned a bunch of stuff on it.
What has it got a drive to it, or is it a pedal?
It's a pedal.
Yeah, it's a full-on
A full treadle lathe.
Fantastic.
Yep. You use hook tools on it, or are you using traditional when you turn on it, Kelly?
I have a hook tool, but I
Yeah,
use little small handmade traditional. I mean, it's goofy, but it's a living museum, so you got to kind of look as authentic as possible,
Right. Yep. And then what about the blacksmithing? The blacksmithing side is what really intrigued me.
Okay, well, I'll show you pictures of that, but that's up in the front of, like, way in the front. And so that building that you saw the inside of,
Yeah.
within like sometime this year, that's actually going to move into a log cabin that's up at the front of the site, which will be right next to the blacksmith. And the guy who runs that, I mean, we've been friends for a while, but I used to actually go quite a bit on the open. Okay, you remember that video that I had like a year or two ago where it's kind of corny, but where I started off with like that log, and then by the end of the video, I had the beer tap.
Yeah.
That's the blacksmith I was at. That hand crank coal forge that I was using. That's the blacksmith.
Okay.
So I go out there sometimes. I mean, I could go down to Michael's and spend $5 on like a little plate stand, but instead I'll go spend 4 hours.
Amen. Right? Yeah, me too.
Right? Make it by hand, just because you can say it's made by hand,
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I'll make like little knives out of spikes, and I've made a couple of really cool knives. At the blacksmithy, it is like straight up kind of a little bit cheaty, because all in the front of it, it's all totally authentic 1800s blacksmithy with hand crank coal forges and the whole works. But when you go back past this one giant hand crank drill press, it's electric back there, and there's a couple of 2x72s and a real drill press, you know. So you make a knife and then go back in the back and actually put an edge on it. Hand forge it in coal and then go back in the back and turn on an OBM. I haven't really decided what I like if I'll let anybody use. I've got some power tools up there in one of those cabinets, but I got a lock, like an old timey lock on it. I don't know if I'll let people use them or not. I don't even know if I'll let them know they're in there.
Hello. 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 Yeah, hi,
Hey,
good afternoon. My name
Don.
is Sebastian. How are you doing?
Hello, Don.
Oh, in the middle and here's
Mute
yourself.
Don.
Turn it off, man.
Fine, thank you.
Hello.
Well,
Somebody mute
talking
Don.
about the green
I'm
upgrade,
trying.
Trying to find him.
Hello.
He's at the top. He's a co-host.
Upgraded
I'm
energy
looking for
efficient
him.
heat pump in very discounted price.
Don't for Dama. I'm trying to
Come
type a
on,
message.
man.
I can't mute him.
Yes, I do.
I got it.
Thank
That's
you.
it. I
It
can't.
took me a minute. Hello.
Right.
Hello.
Hey, good night, guys. I got to get my beauty sleep.
Good night, Mark.
Well,
Hi,
hey,
Mark.
Mark. Hey, Mark, why don't you concentrate on just getting sleep and don't worry about the beauty end of it?
Good night, Mark.
Good night,
Good
Mark.
night, Mark.
Good night, buddy.
Night.
Good night, Mark. I'm gonna take off too. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Good night,
Good
Brett.
night,
We'll talk
Night,
later on.
Brent.
Yeah, why don't you?
Thanks for showing that piece. I was happy you showed that.
Yeah. You got, I think I lost your email, Dane. Maybe if you got a minute, maybe you can drop me an email and we'll
Yeah.
chat about something. So,
Yeah, you bet.
That video is hilarious.
see you later.
All right,
night,
buddy.
Brett.
Take care.
Well, I think I'm gonna drop off here.
All
Y'all
right,
have a
Joe.
good evening.
Night,
Hey,
Joey.
thanks for showing your first piece tonight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make a picture of it, send it to the website.
Okay, sounds good.
All right,
Night, Joey.
y'all have a good night.
We're gonna
Take care
start
now.
voting people off in a second. It's pretty close to voting off time.
Oh, I know, right? Good night, Tom. Glad you made it in tonight. Oh, wow, we got quite the cast on here still.
Dane, tell us about this piece you got sitting back there on the lake.
It's just gonna sit there.
You're not gonna show it,
I'll show it.
chicken.
I'll talk about it and show it next week. I'm in the It's got coat number 3 of tung oil on it.
Okay. Good looking piece. Can't wait
It's-
to see how. Can't
yeah,
wait to see the finial a little closer up.
Yeah, it's pretty badass too.
What is that, man? What kind of wood is that?
It's a spalted ambrosia maple.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a
All
big ass
right.
piece of ambrosia maple.
Yep. And I don't know, and I'm trying to figure out where I got the wood from, who sent it to me. I don't know if it was Mark that had sent it to me. You know, it was a full-on log, or if it was Greg Bray when I went to visit him and he gave me a bunch of wood. I can't remember who it was. So, but it's in process. There's well, for the finish end of it.
There we go.
There it is.
That's
Hey,
a beauty, Dane.
So, yeah, it's just, God, the grain is just spectacular on it.
yeah,
And
that's really
I've never turned spalted ambrosia maple before. So this was probably 8 inches high. And it's 8 inches in diameter. So it probably started around 9-10 inches in diameter. And then so the finial is cherry. It's curly, but the curls doesn't, you can kind of see the curls coming through, but they come through as tan.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, and then my wife told me, because I was going to put a bottom finial on the bottom of it to give it some weight. And she's like, oh, what you need to do is put a ball on the bottom and then gild it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do that. So many this was all many iterations. If I turn something and I don't like it, I throw it away. And so it took a while to get my finial down, and then the bottom, the main piece here that it goes into getting. I nailed the spear the first time, but this piece here had to do multiple times to get that radius correctly so it would fit properly on the spear. And then
Can you do it? Can you do another one, Dane?
Huh?
Can you do another finial?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just means if you do another finial, we can really call you golden balls.
So in the beauty ring, that's mesquite, and so it's textured, and so it's indented, it's got a bead, and then it's got a Roman ogee profile coming out to the main base. And so after talking with Scott the other day, he said he thought it would look better to leave it not shiny, leave it matte finish. The following morning, I mentioned my conversation to Tina about it, and she said, yeah, he's exactly right, leave it matte. And then, so that night, I think it was Monday night, when me and Scott were talking, and for the first time I had actually raised it up,
Yes.
where you could see the foot at eye level and see everything together. I had it sitting up on top of the headstock.
Great.
And and that just totally elevated what it looked like, because I hadn't looked at it before. And then so I set it up
Just a decoration piece.
where my other hollow forms were at.
Yeah.
And my wife
Spalted
was
maple.
looking at it, and she was like, oh my God, you need to just gild the outside of the foot.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
And
He's
so
right
that
again.
that was a pain in the ass, but regardless, it looks pretty freaking good.
Yeah, it does.
I'm pretty
Even gilded the
stoked
bottom.
about it. And
Can you feel it?
I don't know if you can hear it, but it's hollow all the way through, nice and smooth, about 1/8, 3/16 of an inch. But the grain is just, God bless, just spectacular. And it wasn't punky.
Amazing, Dane. Amazing.
It wasn't punky. So
Got a great shape, Dane.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
have
how
to show
this
that to everybody next week.
yeah, I'll have it done next week. And it's only got coat number 3 on it. It's just not shiny enough for me.
Got-
That's
It's
fine.
not
That's
shiny
fine.
enough
That's
for
fine.
you already. Oh my
Right.
goodness.
See,
You're bad.
this is the piece. This is the piece
Uh-huh.
I wanted to show this evening.
Who's this?
This is Ken from Wisconsin. And this is the piece I wanted to show. It was just a segmented bowl with walnut. Then we got oak and maple, and then it just repeats itself.
Yeah.
But nowhere near yours.
Nice. Really nice.
Thank you.
looks
It was my
great.
first
I
one
like
that
the
actually didn't become a
segmented
funnel.
rings.
So first one that actually didn't become a funnel.
Well, it looks like you've got some pretty solid glue joints. Both
That's good,
both
man.
with the segments and linear,
Yeah.
putting the rings together, so you're ahead of the game right there, Ken. Good job.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Nice,
you don't have end grain to long grain, which is a
Right.
big time no. And that's with
Okay.
any type of woodworking, end grain to
Yeah.
long grain. It just does not glue
And then-
together. It doesn't bond.
And then I threw this pen together. I did this one last night. It was a walnut again, but it blew out over here and I had to glue it back together, and I didn't think I was gonna save it, but I actually saved it.
Oh, cool.
So you can't even
Well
tell.
done.
Good job on the save. You can't
Yeah,
tell.
right.
You can't tell.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome,
So-
Ken. And then you're new.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to the meetings here. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Well, welcome.
signed up. I don't know, about 6 months ago, but I work full time at a jail, and overtime's been killing me,
Yeah.
so I can't make always the meetings. But I made
Just
the
tell
last week
just
and
tell
this
your
week. So.
supervisor you got to cut off early for the meeting. He'll understand.
Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, they get the keys to the door.
Right? Yeah. Hey, that works even better. I'm
Right.
going home. Click.
Click.
Inmates are in charge. They're,
So. Yeah, I've only been
I'm
turning
going to
about.
say this, but I don't want it to come
2
across the
years.
wrong way. You know, it's, the inmates are in charge anyhow, right?
You know, the sad thing is usually we're outnumbered, and
I know.
if they really
My-
wanted to take the place hostage, they could. So.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sad. My neighbor,
And-
my next door neighbor here, me and him's real good friends. He's a corrections officer over here at the state pen.
Yeah.
Just down the road from us. And yeah, of course
Yeah, when
they
you have-
riot and they do that shit,
Yeah.
quite frequently there at the Wilmot jail. And yeah, it's just sad. They got the state on one side of the road and they got the federal on the other side.
Bad combination.
You're constantly seeing, convicts out, and orange jumpsuits running,
Yeah.
cops chasing them, because they get away, break
Right.
out. It's just sad.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
So,
I know how to fix that, but nobody will listen to me.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, right.
So, well, thank you very much for the compliments, guys.
Yeah, you bet.
And thanks for having these wonderful meetings.
Yeah, you bet. And you've been to the website?
Yeah, I looked at it a little bit, not too much.
There's a lot there. You
Yeah.
look at it and it's like, holy hell. Yeah, let me just close this down.
Yeah, I get to
There's a lot
really
of
spend almost like a whole weekend looking at it, and
No.
multiple
Hormone.
weekends. Multiple weekends. There is so much information on there that we've compiled, for the last 4.5 years. And then have you gone to the YouTube channel? Because all of this is loaded to the YouTube as well.
no, I really haven't. No, so but I'll
You're
hit
aware
that
of it,
too.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I found it, and every time somebody throws another YouTube link in the comments here, I'm cutting and pasting it into a Word document and
Yeah.
following it later, and
Okay.
so,
Good.
but I appreciate it, Dane.
Yeah, you bet, Ken. Welcome.
Thank you.
Carl, what kind of wine are we drinking tonight?
None. Bourbon and ginger ale.
Oh, that a
Oh,
boy.
wow.
All right.
Drinking bourbon and ginger ale.
Carl, you always drink red wine. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right, Sue?
Had to change it up.
I'm empty.
You need to go fix it.
Little wild turkey and Diet Coke.
Yeah, hell yeah. A little bit of kicking chicken.
That's why you got the biggest smile out of all of them.
So, hey, Gary, did you get my link that I put in the chat?
Oh, I hadn't looked. Sorry.
Come on,
I
son.
will go
Pay
back and
attention.
look though.
You want me to put it in there again so you don't have to scroll up?
Yeah, there you go.
Amy scroll.
All right, because otherwise you're not going to do it. I
Well,
know
I am
you.
going to say goodnight, everybody.
All right,
So-
Ken.
Who's saying
All right,
goodnight?
We'll see you
Ken.
next week. And
All right, stay safe, man.
thank
Good night,
you.
Ken.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, I like him.
I'm keeping up with you tonight. I'm drinking vodka tonics.
Woohoo.
There you go.
All right.
I
Yeah,
drink
started-
water.
I
Dane,
started
I'm gonna
about, I
I got water too.
think I started about 6 last night, and I stopped at 10 this morning.
Oh my God.
He's not listening to me. I'm going to bed, Dane. It's
And
4:30.
Martin can attest to it.
I can attest to it. He arrived at my coffee morning this morning.
That's an 8-hour time difference. They're
We-
drinking
even
coffee
typed
and
to
I'm
him,
still
"What are you
drinking
doing?"
beer.
We took him to work last week.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
I typed to Dane this morning. What are you still doing up?
Yep. I was pretty lucid. Hell, I was still turning. I made that little box.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to watch me make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna say good night and get myself off to bed.
All right, Martin. Glad you
Good
came
night,
in.
Martin.
Good morning.
Thanks for sharing and your comments on the Inside Out decanter.
Yeah, it was interesting because he showed that glass, and I've never seen anybody turn a glass before, and that's why I jumped in and asked him whether he turned it while it was in there. But no, he didn't.
No.
I'd love to see that on demo.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would demo. Only because it's not something that I would encourage. You know, it's like I said to the guys tonight, start off with something small.
Plastic.
You know, these are not something that I could, you know, they would take me 2 days to do. There's a lot of work in them. There's a lot of preparation in them, because if them joints aren't square, you're never going to get round it. You know, it's never going to turn properly, and you've got to get it really quite thin, because the illusion at the end needs to look like that decanter is coming out. It's about the decanter as well as the timber.
Yeah.
So no, it's not something you could ever put into a demo, because you guys would be there all day watching.
Right.
And then you'd be there all day the next day still watching.
We'll do it on TikTok for us, Martin.
Yeah, we'll just put it on a live and open the door, and whoever wants to come and go as they please. But they used to take some doing, but they're good fun. And like I say, a smaller one might be a bit quicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about
I'm
putting some
intrigued
pictures
to do
in
a
the
small one.
gallery?
What?
Put some pictures, photos in the gallery for us.
Yeah, I've just sent some across on the only email that I have.
Thank you.
So I think it'll have gone. So Eddie will hopefully it'll get to wherever it's going, Dane.
Yep. No admittance.
No.
You should have been here earlier. Oh.
Fucking tell him, Dane.
Oh. Well, welcome, Gordon. The official meeting's over with. This is a bullshit session, but welcome.
Oh, he's connecting to audio.
But those the pictures you sent me, Martin, I can put on the Facebook page tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I've hid the same 3 pictures across on an email over to Eddie Caspins.
Okay, right on.
In case he wants to add them to the website or whatever.
Did you send it to Dave?
No,
if you send it
probably
to
not.
Eddie, if you send it to Eddie, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to Eddie, because that's the email that I've had from 3 years ago when we started doing this.
Do Webmaster.
Send one to Webmaster.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Eddie doesn't do much on email anymore, unless it's personal stuff. You know, like what he was talking about tonight. You know, sharing stuff. He just gets inundated with it, and he's not able to focus on it.
No.
Which is sad.
Time for him to slow down a bit.
Well, I think he has. You know, he's the only thing that really gets him up, you know, is this group and these meetings. Oh, I know, Sue.
We're just proud to have him with us. That's the big deal.
Yeah, I know. It's a great thing. Because without him, we wouldn't have this group. We wouldn't have all the camaraderie that we've got, Hey, Dennis Morgan's in the house tonight. I didn't see you, Chief.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm exhausted.
Oh, no.
Now I've been working. Scott's been helping me with my dust collection. I got it pretty much done today, so cleaning up the shop, and I want to try to get some turning done, but need 200 hours in a day.
Yeah, I'll take $200 in a day.
I mean 200 hours.
Oh. I'm like, shit, you're offering, I'll take it.
It's all good.
If a frog had wings, he'd be bumping his ass across the ground.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Right.
But, no, the stuff you guys have been making is awesome. I mean, that, Dane, what you did there is just phenomenal.
Ah, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Everybody that, I got to get going. I'm way behind. But
How's your dust collector work, Dennis?
it works pretty good. I mean,
Good night, Sue.
I don't
Night,
want to
Sue.
have, let's put it
Night,
this way, I
Sue.
don't have anything next to one of the ports that's
Night,
open,
Sue.
because it'll take it right through it.
It sucks good, that's for sure.
Boy, that's for sure. But no, I got to get the bucket up off the floor, but I made most of the parts, or had to refabricate them. So that was fun. But it is awful loud.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any quieter.
No. I don't know if I could wrap the barrel or,
Well,
I
it's
don't
all
know.
it's all in the impeller. The noise is coming out of your impeller.
Yeah.
And there's no way to baffle that. The motor and the impeller are your noise source.
Yeah. So cleaning up the shop, and then I gotta just rearrange stuff and downsize some stuff, and in between everything else. You know how it goes.
Well, now you can help the next guy.